300,000 men against 300. History says they held for 3 days against the largest army the ancient world had ever assembled. Then they died, every last one of them. But tonight, something is different. Leonidas approaches first. He has no idea what he's looking at. None of them do. But by morning, they will figure it out. Leonidas crouches down and examines it. 6 long barrels, bound together like a bundle of spears. Cold machined steel. Strange mechanisms along the housing. 2 pistol grip handles on either side, and thick cables running to the 3 crates behind it. No scroll, no markings they can read, no instructions, just the object. And 3 crates. He turns it over in his hands, studies it. 6 barrels, forward-facing. Something feeds into the mechanism from the side, even without a written language for this technology. The logic is clear. This is a weapon. They stare at the battery. One warrior presses a panel, nothing. Another tries inserting a spear tip into the cable port, nothing. A third warrior tries to light the cable with a torch. Leonidas stops him with one word. No. An hour passes. The Persian drums grow louder. Dawn is coming. Then, almost by accident, one of the youngest warriors picks up the heavy power cable and fumbles with its armored connector. He jams it into the rectangular port on the weapon's housing. It clicks, locks. The Spartans step back. Leonidas keeps his grip on the handles. His thumbs find the trigger levers. He presses both simultaneously. Every Spartan goes completely still. Leonidas looks at the hole in the rock, then at the weapon, then at the hole again. He smiles. But Leonidas counts the ammunition. 3 crates, 4,500 rounds each. Total, 13,500 rounds. The M134 sustained rate of fire, 3,000 rounds per minute. That means, at maximum fire, they have 4.5 minutes of ammunition, total. He looks toward the horizon where Persian dust clouds rise above the hills. Training expenditure, 200 rounds. Remaining, 13,300. He turns to Leonidas. Every round counts, short bursts, no panic, no waste. Xerxes sits on his golden throne on a hill overlooking Thermopylae. He expects breakfast to be served before this is over. Wave 1, the Medes. 10,000 infantry. Leonidas waits. He lets the pass fill. He watches the Medes compress shoulder to shoulder in the bottleneck. Men pressing against men, no room to spread, no room to maneuver. The phalanx line has been replaced by something the Persians have never trained to fight. Then, 3 seconds. In a confined canyon, this weapon doesn't just fire in one direction. Every round that passes through one man strikes the man behind him. Every round that misses becomes a ricochet, turning the canyon walls into a second weapon. Overlapping fields of fire in a tactical bottleneck. The mathematics are not complicated. 3 seconds, another 3, another. The first wave ceases to exist in under 2 minutes. Wave 2, the Immortals. 10,000 elite Persian warriors. They are called the Immortals because their number never decreases. Every fallen warrior is immediately replaced. A psychological weapon as much as a military one. They enter the pass differently, slowly, shields raised into a tortoise formation. They saw what happened to the Medes. They don't know what caused it, but they are not reckless. Leonidas studies the advancing formation, a solid wall of overlapping shields, Low center of gravity, disciplined spacing. He adjusts his aim. He targets below the shields, at legs and feet. The front rank goes down. The tortoise breaks. Men stumble over the fallen. Gaps open in the formation. 3 minutes. The immortals are mortal. For the first time in the history of the Persian Empire, there is no one to replace them. The reserve is gone. All of it. In the pass. Mechanical crisis. Overheating. Leonidas notices. He pulls his hand back from the housing. The metal is burning even through his calloused palm. He unslings his leather canteen, pours water directly onto the barrels. Leonidas watches this. He says nothing for a long moment. Then, the weapon of the gods can melt. This changes everything. They cannot panic. They cannot spray ammunition in fear. Sustained rate of fire is not just a logistics problem. It is an engineering problem. Every long burst risks destroying the one advantage they have. Leonidas makes a new rule. No burst longer than 3 seconds. Between bursts, count to 5. Let the barrels breathe. Wave 3, archers and war chariots. Leonidas looks at this and almost laughs. Open ground, 400 meters. The M134 is accurate to 1,000 meters. The archers are standing in a perfect killing field. He turns to Leonidas. One word: economy. The war chariots advance into the pass. They immediately tangle in the debris of the previous 3 waves. Horses rear. Drivers cannot turn in the narrow space. The chariots become stationary targets. Sunset, day 1. Leonidas sits at the fire and counts. 10,700 rounds remaining. He stares at the ammunition crates for a long time. History repeats itself, exactly on schedule. His name is Ephialtes, a local man. He knows these mountains the way a shepherd knows his flock. He also knows what Persian gold feels like in his hand, and that knowledge is stronger than any fear. 20,000 soldiers move out immediately. In silence, no drums, no torches. By dawn, they will be behind the Spartans. Leonidas listens to his report without expression. He looks at the M134, then at the ammunition crates. In the original history, this moment is where he sends the Allies away and prepares to die. To buy Greece the time it needs. But tonight, the calculation is different. He picks up one of the ammunition crates. Move the weapon, now! The goat trail is even narrower than the pass below. 20,000 Persian soldiers are moving through it in single file. Maximum 2 abreast, the column stretches nearly a kilometer. Leonidas looks down at them. He looks at Leonidas. He nods once. On the goat trail, there is nowhere to go. Forward is into the fire. Backward means pushing through 20,000 men in a 2-meter wide path. Panic does more damage than the weapon. Men fall. Men are crushed. The column collapses into itself. 12 minutes. The goat trail is closed, permanently. In 2 days, median infantry lost, 10,000. The immortals, 10,000. Archers and chariot forces, approximately 3,000. Mountain flanking force, 20,000. Total Persian losses, over 43,000 men. Spartan losses, 0. One of Xerxes' senior generals, a man who has served the empire for 30 years, walks to the throne. He has never said these words to a Persian king in his life. Great king, we should leave. Long silence. Xerxes stares at the pass, at the canyon that swallowed his finest armies, at the ridge where 300 men stood unmoved for 2 days. He says nothing for a very long time. Then, the Persian army turns. slowly. The greatest military force the ancient world has assembled begins its long march east. The dust cloud it raises is visible from the sea. For the first time in its history, the army of Xerxes retreats. 3 days became 2. 300 dead became none. And Greece, Athens, Sparta, the entire foundation of Western civilization, saved. By sacrifice, by firepower. But here's the thing. Xerxes is still alive. His army, battered but not broken, is still one of the largest forces in human history. And we still have 7,700 rounds. What if the Spartans follow him? That's next time. Subscribe. History is just getting started.